100 times of return. And that is only possible when you focus here and not distracted by everything else around you. So can you all promise me to be focused? Yes, no? Can I get some answers? All right, wonderful. Thank you very much. And second thing, we straight get into this. In this masterclass, we will be probably learning how to how to actually get your market value to the 3x level. And in order to do that, you need to be having an open mind, an empty cup. A lot of you come with a lot of preconceived notion, belief, and so on and so forth. Please understand that all this belief, I respect that and everything, but it has not helped you to reach to a level that you want. Do you all agree with that? And if that is the case, you need to first surrender as a student to learn before you probably speak every belief that you may be carrying. Okay. Some of the people are here also to judge and criticize. And I understand that you want to judge okay, what the person is saying, and it is Gyan, not Gyan. I respect that as well. But I would suggest that you listen in the mode, in the learning mode, so that you can actually get the best out of the insight that we are going to share with you. Okay. And I can assure you that I'll be sharing you something which will help you understand what are the gaps that you need to bridge, how can you bridge that gap, and how can you take it to the next level. Okay. Those who are those who are here for the long-term understanding about how can we solve the problem, I'll be providing that option as well. But before that, I need to understand your challenges. So can I understand your challenges? I put the poll in front of you and help me understand with your challenges. Come on, everyone. Okay. Okay, Anuja, Kalra, you are already in the community. This call is not for you. You have not checked, get out of your WhatsApp. So please get out of the WhatsApp so that you don't get these messages. All right. I'm putting the chat on every host and panelist right now so that you do not get disturbed by the chats that is coming to you. All right. I see only 42% are interested. Rest of the people are not interested in their problems. If you're not interested to solve the problem, I hope you understand the problems are not going to go away as well. Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much for responding to the poll. And I see here now the trend which is emerging. I'll just share with you right now as well. The trend which is emerging right now, it says that stagnancy is one of the biggest disease in the career right now. Can I say that? Yeah, today we'll be killing that stagnancy if you are ready for it. Second biggest disease is not able to reach to the leadership role. Can I also share the solution for that today? Yeah. And the third, which is almost equal, it is not getting a promotion. That is again a stagnancy. Now, all these are called the symptoms. Okay. Why symptoms? Because the root causes is what we don't address. So I'm stopping the poll, and I hope all of you have actually put in your efforts to be there. All right. Now, before we start on, let me probably share with you some of the truth. Okay. Why truth? Because truth don't change. Okay. Truths don't change. Are you here to increase your market value? Yeah. Will the increasing in the market value actually take care of your job search, promotion, and everything? Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. That is what you need to understand. If you actually solve your root causes, the rest of the things will be taken care of. Now, what we focus on is, we focus on the problem. We are problem-oriented people, right? We look for the problem in everything and anything that is coming our way. So the truth remains same. What brought you here cannot take you to the next level. Can I say that? Just type in yes or no. Your past is not equal to the future, and your career is a reflection of you. So if you are not growing, that is, your income is not growing in the career, it only means that you are not growing. And if you are not growing, you are dying. Either you are decaying or you are growing. That are the only two conditions that is available in the world today. Rest of the things that you want to justify with your rational arguments, let me tell you, it has not helped you to probably increase your bank balance. So I would not probably agree to that. Okay. So, is this you? Despite the experience, stagnated, underappreciated, underrecognized, just type in A, B, C, D, whichever is applicable to you. Your financial growth is not equal to your hard work. Your job is under the constant threat, high pressure, giving you the stress all day. You are underemployed, underpaid, and undervalued, and management doesn't recognize. Can I understand what is your challenge right now? Most of the people are saying, Acha, I have got a lot of experience, and nothing is happening with that. Okay. Now people are looking for, Acha, everything is same only, Rakesh. Yeah, everything is same only, but you need to understand your problem might be unique. Okay. You understand the problem in a different word. That's the reason we have given you the different words, isn't it? Now, are you here to solve these problems? Yes, no? Are you here to solve this problem? Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Some of my mentees are there, and I believe that you shouldn't be here right now because you should be focusing on the learning, not here. Okay. So if you want to learn, then probably leave this class and probably focus on the learning that you are already given path. Okay. Now, phases of the growth. Why we need to understand, in order to grow our market value, we need to understand what phases we are in. And unfortunately, what I found over the last 4 years by training more than 27,000 professionals like you, most of the people are not able to leave their zone, the phases. Okay, let me first explain you and then you can tell me which phase you are part of right now. First is about the exploration. Yeah, first is about the exploration. That is, you are in the first 5 years of your career, you are probably doing a lot of trial and error. Your focus is more or less about getting the income because your income is less. So you're ready to change all your jobs as and when you require. Doesn't matter which job you get into. Okay. So even if you are a production engineer, you can get into the IT. Yeah. The second is about the establishment, consolidating your position. Now, as the time passes, you understand that you have a liking for something industry domain function. And that liking is giving you the growth in terms of your income, in terms of your designation. So you acquire a lot of experience in that liking area. Okay. Now, after that, there is a stage which is a make or break stage, which is called the mid-career. This is your golden earning period. This is where the difference happens between the 1 or 3 crore rupees retirement fund versus 5 crore retirement fund, 1 BHK house versus 3 BHK, your children going to Indian university versus foreign university, you going for Indian vacation versus foreign vacation. This change will happen in this phase. Why? Because now you have got some significant amount of experience, knowledge, and skill. Time is to leverage that and earn more money out of the market. Unfortunately, this is also the phase where you get into the crossroad and 90% of the professional get into the stagnancy. Which phase are you? Are you stagnant? Yes, no? Okay. Now, if you're stagnant in this condition, ideally speaking, everybody should pass through this career life cycle like smooth curve. But nothing is smooth about the life, right? So that is the reason you go up and down, up and down, up and down. And unfortunately, we never realize the time flies. Yeah. From the sons and daughters to become parents of sons and daughters. How many of you are like understanding this? Yeah. And you don't realize that the time is flying. I have become the responsible person in my family who is taking care of the two generation. One is my parents, the second is my children. And you feel that, wow, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. And if you're stuck in this situation, let me tell you, the last stage is a nightmare. That is, it is a survival game for the next 10 years. Survival game for the next 10 years. But this only for the 90% of the people. Rest of the 10%, what they do differently? Yeah, they do differently and that they move on to becoming the executive. They move on to become the executive, and that's where the things are different for them. So what is the difference? Because every one of us have got the same advice from our parents: beta, go get a good study, get a good degree, get a good job, and life is set. That was the formula, isn't it? But life is never set. We are never settled in anything. Reason? Very simple. We haven't learned that the times are changing, so we need to change as well. How many of you realize that your competition is invisible today? That is, you are being competed with the juniors, your technology, as well as your peer group. How many of you realize that? So you have a competition not only for just your peer group, your colleague sitting beside you. That's a technology, and your juniors. You never know who is going to replace you. That's number one. Number two, if you were hoping that you will get a bouquet and a clock or a watch from your company after retiring successfully and satisfied, let me tell you that time is gone. Nowadays, people love the pink paper more than the green paper. How many of you agree with that? That means they hand over the pink paper more than the green paper. So people get the layoff more than the retirement. And that is where you need to ask yourself, am I doing anything to increase my market value that can actually stop that process? Because believe me, the landscape of the mid-career is changing so fast that you will wonder in the next 3 to 5 years, the people above 50 will not be even eligible for the job. How many of you are realizing that? People above 50 will be losing everything. They will not have the jobs at all. Yeah. Whether you agree, not agree, because your limited knowledge is there, we are in the market, we understand the trend which are coming on, we realize that is coming. Now, this is where we need to make a decision to change your career and the destiny both. Now, how many of you feel that you are in that position to make that decision for your career today? If I provide you that opportunity, how many of you feel that you are one of that person who will make that decision? Yeah, I want to change that, come what may. Now you will say, what is the price? Price is not a problem. Price is your life at stake. Are you ready to give any price for your life at stake is the question. Are you ready to pay any price for the life at stake? That is a question you need to ask. If you say, no, it is all bullshit, I'll figure it out. Oh, absolutely, I don't need you. Why? Because you are not flowing with the change. It is your problem. It is not my problem. If you feel that, okay, this is something I cannot afford or I cannot probably take it, absolutely. You have been attending a lot of webinars. I'm sure you understand that, yes, there will be an offer, there will be an opportunity. At the end, I'll not disappoint you. But it is not for everybody. It is for the people who want to change and take charge of their career. Because if you don't take charge, somebody will play with your career. Are you okay for that is a question. Okay. So instead of living in that stagnancy trap, my job is to show you the path where you can get the next level of market growth. And when we talk about it, we also always feel that we need to probably give you the journey. How many of you want to be an executive CEO, CXO kind of a person? Can I understand? How many of you want to be a CXO, CEO kind of a person? Yeah. Can I show you the path for that? Is it okay if I show you that path? Yeah. So let me show you that. Do you agree that this is a journey and it's not a sprint? It's a journey where you feel that, okay, I need to work on this element and I want to go on that level, isn't it? Okay. So let me give you this. First path is all about building your base. Now, today you will be building your base. Whether you're in the leadership position or you're not in the leadership position doesn't matter, but you need to build your base. Your market value is dependent on this base. If you actually clear your base foundation on your current success, then you will be able to build a very high or tall building in your career. That tall building require, when your performance is dependent on somebody else's performance, you need the second phase, which is about the leadership influence, where your trust, your relationship, your power, everything will be tested. Then comes the ultimate game that you want to play. And the ultimate game required first, visibility of the business. Second, that is impact at scale. And third, the track record of success. Now, these three things will be only possible when you move towards learning these very elements of creating an executive presence. How many of you realize that this journey is worth going? If you learn all these elements, you will be going there. Otherwise, you are just relying on your luck and hoping that someday I'll become a CXO. As such, you are not preparing for anything. Do you agree with that? Someday I'll become a CXO and so on and so forth. But as such, you are not preparing for anything as such. Yeah. So most of the people are in the dark. That's what I said. It's a trap, stagnancy trap. Most of the people feel that their jobs are stable. It is not stable. They are stagnant. You don't know what is there in the future and you're not even preparing for it. Yeah. So in this masterclass, my job is to show you that status, respect. How many of you are here to earn the premium? Do you want to earn the 3x market value? Yes, no? So I am not a believer of a statement called as per the market condition. I am of the statement that I'll define my market condition. How many of you want to define your own market condition? Yes, that is what I'm going to show you. Not just as per the market condition growth, how can you get something of 100% hike, which is more aspiring in nature, which is more aspiring and dream for many of the people who want to actually go to the next level. And in order to do that, you need to know me. If you have not connected me, my team has provided you plenty of opportunities to connect with me. And if you're not connected to me, can I introduce myself for the next 2 minutes? Yeah. Can I introduce? How is not a question. First is an intention, my friend. Most of the people are looking for how without having any intention. If your intention is weak, your how anyway doesn't work. I hope you all understand this. If your intentions are weak, your hows don't work. Even if I give you the strategy to become a millionaire, you will not become because you don't have any intention. All right. You will come up with an excuse. Intention requires a willpower plus courage, not the excuses. You will come to know very soon whether you have an intention or not. Okay. So let's understand that. Okay. First and foremost, I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, settled in Mumbai with my lovely wife and 2 sons. And I'm born and brought up in a lower middle-class family. So we had quite a few challenges to run the houses. My both parents were working 12 hours a day in order to run our house as well as get a study. Okay, we were 3 siblings together, and I was taking care of my home, siblings, and everything. The brightest spot of my childhood is that I was very good in study. I was a ranker throughout my school. Now, that has brought me to the engineering college in the first year. And in the first year itself, all my myths that I was a ranker is broken. Why? I got a second class. Why I got a second class? Because everything was taught in English. How many of you found that shock of your life? Tare Zameen Pe? Yeah. So I got that shock of my life that, okay, everything is being taught here, but I don't understand anything. Yeah. I was a ranker in my native language and they were talking and teaching in English. And that's when I realized for the first time, if I need to increase my value in the market, I need to first take charge of my own study. So instead of enjoying those golden periods of the college, I spent this college time in the library. Why? First, because my parents couldn't afford my books, so I need to rely on the library books. Second, I had to figure out each and every meaning of the engineering books, which is there in the dictionary. And that's how I spent that. But it has a reward as well. When you put in some true hard work, you get the reward. I'm a gold medalist in the BTech production from NIT Surat. And that made me eligible for campus interview. But you know what? The curse of communication and English always hurt. How many of you are facing that? Yeah. You feel that, okay, yeah, this is something which is still problem, right? So I failed in 10 campus interview. And after that, one company selected me and I'm here, 50 square feet room as a trainee, earning 14,000 rupees a month. From 14,000, I actually traveled to the 42 lakh rupees per year. And I had a privilege and honor to serve 200 plus leaders in my tenure during my exciting journey in this Fortune 500 companies, and move from 14,000 to 3.5 lakh rupees per month. It was a wonderful journey. I'm very grateful for all the people who have actually contributed to that. But every journey has the lesson. So is yours. So my journey has two outstanding lessons, which I want to share with you. The first one happened in 2013. 2013, I was put in a project with a 2-people team, me and my colleague. We went to the client side, we executed the project, client got a great result, management, client, both were happy. 2014, I got a PIP. How many of you understand PIP? Corporate leaders, come on. What is the PIP? Yeah. When you get a PIP in the corporate world, you face two aspects. Okay. Okay, Hari, that's not the part. Performance improvement plan, not the incentive plan. All right. So you need to ask yourself, when you get the PIP, you have two choices. One is the bhaglo, run away from that organization right away. Otherwise, they'll make your life hell. Those who have got it, they understand it. Yeah. Second is bhaglo, that is participate. If you don't participate and fight it out, anyway, people will take your life. Okay. I chose the second option. I reach out to one of the MD. MD helped me to reach out to HR. HR canceled my PIP, and I was a top performer in that year. Stayed there for another 4.5 years to prove that the question is not about me. The question is about you. Do you have a godfather mentor who can save your career today? Yes or no? Do you have any godfather or savior who can save your career? Now, this MD helped me because we had a deal. What is the deal? The deal was to save my career and I will start his vertical. That was the deal. Yeah. I was a corporate orphan for 18 years. All the corporate orphans are alike. Just like the middle class, they are the suffering lot. The mid-level is also a suffering lot in the corporate. How many of you agree with that? The top level is always secured. Bottom level is protected. In between, there is a lot called the mid-level, who are at the mercy of a God. Yeah. And that is where I was for most of my career. And I realized being a corporate orphan hasn't helped me. And I wish that somebody like Rakesh Rana was there in my life. But it was not the case. So I had to figure out everything myself. And what I have figured out over the last 22 years is what I am sharing with you today, which has helped me to probably not only survive, but strive and thrive in the corporate world to reach to a level of an assistant vice president in a multinational. And today, over the last 3 to 4 years, I have been helping those 27,000 people. This might be my 350, 360 plus webinar that we are doing right now. And why they are actually in the room? They are in the room because they are getting some phenomenal result in their career, which they have never dreamed of. Somebody changing their entire life by earning 25 lakh rupees with 18 years of experience. And in the next 90 days, they get the double the money. How many of you love that? So I have a lot of mentees who are in this league. 100%, 200%, 300%, 350%. 25 lakh, 18 lakh, 14 lakh, 15 lakh, 45 days, 90 days, 120 days, depending upon how much action you take on yourself. Okay. Now, the question to you is, how many serious and committed leaders are here who truly believe they deserve more? They're not getting it and they want to work on that. Because if you go in the market, you have a lot of career coaches available. I'm not a career coach. I'm a performance coach. I believe that each one of you have a potential. I just need to actually show you that potential. And if I show you that potential, your market value will be always rising. The question is, are you ready to be a part of it? How many of you are ready to invest in yourself today? If I give you that opportunity to learn from the system that has helped this mentees and also from me regularly, let me understand how many of you are ready. Just type in ready in the comment box. Let me understand if you are one of that person. Now, my mentor says that you cannot make somebody rich. They have to make those decisions. And quality of the decisions decides quality of the life. So many people in this world who are so talented and have a potential live a poor life because of the quality of the decisions that they have. How many of you have regrets in your career? How many of you have regrets about anything in your career? Oh, I didn't do the MBA. Oh, I was supposed to be in IIM. Oh, I should have gone for the UPSC. Oh, I was not given the on-site. Oh, I wish I should be there. Oh, I should have taken that job. Oh, I should have listened to my boss. I should have listened to my friend, and so on and so forth. How many of you are with the regret? Today is the day either you will go with the regret in your life or you will probably make it count. Whichever is your choice, I will come to know by end of it. Okay. And I always respect the leaders who take the action, because if you're not making a decisions and it also suggests that you are not an action taker anyway. For those who are action taker, I will probably help you to grow in your career. Those who are just a spectator, yeah, they will also learn from me today, depending upon how much hungry you are. So learn the entire system that I teach to that people and understand what is that you need to probably take it so that you can actually grow and increase your market value. So ready to learn? Yes? No? There are three things which I'm going to share with you in the system. The first is the problem that we face on a regular day-to-day life. The second is the solution for that, because in order to increase your market value, you need to use a certain strategy. If it was so easy and average, everybody could have got it, isn't it? So it is not so straightforward, which you feel that, okay, you can probably give me on the platter and tomorrow morning I'll be getting that 3x market value. You cannot. You need to work on that. And you need to put it. And that is the reason we created a system. Why? Because system gives you the freedom. System is unbiased. System doesn't have grudges on you. So system gives you the same result as any other person in this room. That is precisely the reason we are able to actually serve more than 65 industry and 24 business function across India. Because we teach you how to increase your market value regardless of your industry, domain, and function. So it is not about whether I am in this industry, whether it will work or not. It is about whether you want to do it or not is the question. And that is what I'm going to show you. The first thing first is about this. How many of you are playing a blind game? Yeah? Blind game. How many of you are playing a blind game is the question. In your career, job to job, promotion to promotion, without any roadmap. Yeah? You're just hoping that your career will be probably taken care of somehow. Apna time aayega. God will be so kind and graceful to us because we are the humans, isn't it? So the biggest proof of that is how many years you are stagnant and in which industry. Can I request you to put in the chat box how many years that you are stagnant, stuck in your career and your industry? Let me understand. Come on, everyone. Put in the chat box. Years and industry. Years and industry. Listen to the instructions so that you can actually get the right responses. Okay. I swear, mid-level professionals don't listen, huh? Okay. How many of you are realizing there are so many people in the different industries getting stuck? That is the reason you need a system to actually get out of it. Yeah. That is the reason you need a system to get out of it. If you don't, you'll not be able to probably get out. If you were supposed to probably get out on your own, you should have already done it. You wouldn't have been here. Yeah. You wouldn't have been here. So that is the one part. Second aspect is a lot of people say, no, it is not like that. Yeah. It is not like that. Then I ask them, okay, what is the strategy to grow? And they'll say, apply, no reply. Till you get a reply, you apply. How many of you are using this strategy? Apply, no reply. Till you get a reply, you apply. Yes, that is the biggest strategy that mid-level professionals work on, because they don't know any other strategy, unfortunately. The third level is because you don't have a roadmap and strategy, obviously there is no planning. So you are just going by happy-go-lucky. Aaj mil gaya to lucky, nahi mila to I am sad. How many of you are like this? And then you get into your comfort zone. Now is not the right time. Next year, next week, next month. Yeah? That is where you need to ask yourself, am I being too comfortable with my life? Am I being too comfortable right now? And do you agree with that? If you want to actually get a premium over others, you need to differentiate in the market. How many of you agree with that? If you want to get a premium in the market, do you need to differentiate from the crowd that is applying for the same job? That is the first step and strategy. Can you actually find out how can you differentiate yourself in the market? Let me share with you the 3 steps so that you can differentiate yourself in the market. The first is about the self. About the self. Now, the self differentiation happens through 2 parts, external and internal elements. Let me explain you. It is not on the slide, so don't look for the slides. External elements are very easy to find out, very easy to share as well. Your industry, domain, function, your designation, location, salary, and so on and so forth. Okay, that is the easiest part of it. Internal elements, because you represent as a brand, you represent yourself in the market today, you have an opportunity to actually differentiate. If you know your 5 traits, about your own personality, if you know your 5 traits, you'll be able to differentiate yourself. Okay. Now, that is where the things change. Most of the people are not knowing about themselves, but they are always keeping the tab on others. Okay. So let me give you the idea. Okay. Please note down these 5 elements. It's not there on the slide. Okay. Number 1 is your core value. Do you know your core values? Many people know their company's core value. Do you know your core values? Why core values required? Core values are the root cause of the office politics. So those who say management are biased, office politics, what do I do? What do I say? You are not here for the solution of your personalized problem. You are first here to understand why that problem exists in my world. That is the first thing you need to understand before you solve that problem. Once you understand that causes, you'll be able to solve the problem. The first is a core value system. That is first aspect. The second is your core competency. You have put in 20 different skills in your CV. But I'm sure you understand that you're not expert at everything. So you have a 2 or 3 core skills which you are really good at. Can I understand what is that? From your experience, knowledge, and skills, what are the core skills that you are really, really good at, you are competent in the world, and so on and so forth. This will be a bulb-on moment for many people because you are probably trying to say that I know everything. Unfortunately, you are competent in only few areas of the skills. That is what you need to ask for, and you need to note down. Okay, you need to note down. Those who say that jack of all trade, let me tell you that you are underestimating yourself. Rest of the things, I leave it to you. Okay. If you don't want to reflect, you don't want to put in any effort to think about yourself, That's where people say, oh, I'm a jack of all trades. I don't have any specialty. Useless. How come somebody with 10, 15, 20, 30 years of experience have no specialty? Not possible. So can you put on your core competency? So Joe, core competency. Come on, everyone. Are you here or you're not there? Okay. The third element, that's where your appraisal system failed. So appraisal system necessarily says that, hey, you need to prove me again this year that you're good enough. So improve on 1, 2, 3, 4 area. Your appraisal system says that you need to prove me again. You need to prove me again. Nobody tells you what is good in you. Is anybody coming to you and say that these are your strengths, you need to reinforce and leverage? Because leveraging your strength can give you better result compared to improvement in the weaknesses. Unfortunately, we are too much focused on improvement area and not focus on the strength. In fact, many of you don't even leverage your strength. How many of you realize that? Many of you don't even leverage your strength. Many of you are unaware of your strength, and I understand that. That is a third aspect of it. Fourth, which is the quality of all the successful leaders who are having a great market value in the market. And that quality is called have a vision. Have a vision. They are all visionary. Do you all agree with that? The visionary people always make it great. Yeah. So you need to ask yourself, do I have a vision? Because the people with the vision will have a milestone will have a goal will have a plan will have an action. Regardless of all these things, if you're just working in a job for the sake of working, I know you are underpaid, underemployed because of that. That is one thing which you want in your career right now. Okay. Last but not the least, every one of us have a unique personality. Either you are an introvert, extrovert, visionary, integrator, thinker, so many things, right? Quality traits. So which one are you putting on the table, which you can truly own? That means, can you be an introvert and still probably make an impact? Can you be an extrovert, still make an impact? But if you don't know who you are, it is a real problem, isn't it? Now, a lot of people are looking for a job and a promotion without knowing who they are. And they are just keep applying, and they feel like, okay, nobody is listening to me, Rakesh. Okay. Then the promotion people, nobody is listening to me. My management is taking my credit. Somebody is doing office politics. Somebody is biased and so on and so forth. First is the question that do you own your career or not? If you own your own career, you will first find out about yourself. What is my differentiating factor in the market that can be showcased right now? Because people are not poor in knowing and doing things. People are poor in showing things. How many of you agree? People are not poor in knowing and being. People are poor in showing the things. Yeah. So you need to first identify your own differentiation. The second aspect of differentiation comes with their skill. Yeah. Second aspect is about the skills. The skills perspective. Yeah. There are two aspects. First is, do you have a next 10 years of roadmap available for your skills? That means, do you know the gap between your general manager role and your senior manager role? If you want to go to the general manager role and you are not probably aware, what are the gaps in terms of your hard skill, that is a functional skill, your soft skill, which I call is a power skill, then your key result area, then your KPIs, and so on and so forth. Now, if you are not doing that gap analysis, what happens with you? Shooting in the dark. That's what most of the leaders do. If you are shooting in the dark, what do you get? Darkness. Okay. There's no light. So that is the reason you need to do first the gap analysis. The second aspect is you need to do the impact analysis. Everybody is being paid for the impact they make in the business. Now, if your role doesn't align with the business impact, your role becomes redundant. A lot of people say, I don't get the credit for my work. because you are not able to justify your impact. A lot of people get laid off because they are not able to align their role with their business outcome. How many of you realize that? Just type in G for guilty if you are doing so. G for guilty. Some of the people are just raising the hand as if a school, I'm a principal and you are raising the hand. Can you please put in the chat box? As such, you waste a lot of time in the unnecessary chat in your life. Why don't you do some productive chat here? Thank you very much. Now, the third one is the most critical one. Most critical one. It's called your surrounding. That is, do you know where do you stand in your competitive environment? Do you have an objective understanding about where do you stand? Are you in the top 100%, 50%, 5%, 1%? What is it exactly? Does market recognize you in the top 5%, 50%, 1% or so? If you don't have any understanding like this, you are just wasting your time. Why? Because you are shooting again in the dark without understanding the competition around you. Okay. The second aspect of is who do you surround yourself with? Psychology says that you are the product of 5 people around you, average of 5 people. Now, which 5 people do you actually have around you? Do you have the achievers? That is creative, idea-oriented, productive, encouraging, motivating people? Or do you have the losers? Yeah, losers. That is, losers is critical bias, political, negative, and discouraging people. Which people do you surround yourself? Because your thought process is always around that. Your thought process is always around that. Okay. A lot of people are actually very emotional right now. So they actually share their a lot of personal problem. I appreciate that. Question is, do you want to solve that problem or you want to just stay with the problem? Are you here to solve the problem or you just want to stay with, get out of that? If you want to get out of that, get out of the problem statement itself. Yeah. Don't ask how first, learn, focus here. Because a lot of you are just putting your emotional outburst about everything and anything that you're facing in your career right now. And I understand your bhavna is, right? But it has no meaning in the world that is you are a part of. That is called the corporate jungle. You need to learn how to solve those problems to get out of that situation. Do you all agree with that? Yes, no? So you need to ask yourself, which surrounding group do I have? Once I understand my surrounding group and probably surround myself with those groups, I will be able to push forward. I'll be able to encourage. I'll be able to motivate. I'll be able to go to the next level. And that's what we don't do. We focus too much on the problem itself that we forget about finding the solution itself. Yeah. Most of you are occupied with the problem 90% of the time without even focusing on the solution. And that is the real challenge right now. Okay. Now, the question, how many of you feel that there are a lot of gaps in your career right now, which you need to find out to differentiate? Did you realize that? Yes, no? Yeah. Now, the question you need to ask is, what if I can solve this problem? Now, all this problem will take, okay, how much time will it require to solve all this problem? Yeah. How much time is required to solve this all problem? Weeks, months, years. You are stuck for 2, 5, 3, 5, 10 years. Yeah. Let me tell you, how about I give you 3 hours? In 3 hours, you can create your career roadmap. In 3 hours, you will be able to actually build your entire skill map for the next 10 years. In 3 hours, you will be able to understand where do you stand in the market today. How many of you love that? 3 hours, not 3 years, 30 days, 30 months, nothing. That is the reason system works. People can fail. System always works. That is the system we are giving you, if you are keen for it. Okay. Some of the people are mentioning, I need to understand my deeper problems. Your deeper problems understanding is not going to solve the problem. Your deeper problem understanding will only aggravate your problem. You need to understand that you are currently in that zone where you are surrounded with the problem and you are becoming emotional with that. But my job is to get you out of it and look at the things from the objective perspective. If you start looking at the objective third-party perspective, you will be able to get out of those problems faster than you think. How many of you understand this? This is where you need to ask yourself, am I focusing too much into the problem, or can I look at from the objective perspective? I'm giving you that objective right now. Okay. Now, whether you want to take it, not take it, absolutely your choice. I'm nobody to force that upon you, because your career is your choice. Whether you want to remain poor, average, and struggle, it's your choice. Whether you want to grow in that market value, absolutely your choice. I cannot force upon you. Okay. So let's understand the people who have done it. This is a gentleman who came 10 days before his surgery to heart. Heart surgery is generally at the 50-50 chances. He said that I don't know whether I'll survive or not. But one thing I realized, 17 years, so many certificate, so many years of experience, knowledge, and skill. I'm 10 years late in this class. How many of you realize that? And I don't want to wait anymore. I'm enrolling in this, and I want you to help me with that system. Okay. With the one condition. That condition is, if I die on the operation table, please give that money to my family so that it can be helpful for them. This is the realization, and this is the commitment that people have once they realize what they are actually going through. And that is what brings the result. The same gentleman got out of the health issues. 6 months gap, generally people lower their salary. We don't teach you that. We ask you to increase your salary. There are a lot of people who are coming with the layoff in my community right now without job. And what they get it in the return is not only just the job. We want to make sure that you increase your value in the market as well. And this gentleman has increased his value by 135% with the 5 offers. How many of you feel wow about it? Yeah. And there are not one person. All these stories are available on my YouTube channel as well. Okay. So you can actually search my YouTube channel. Just search on Google Rakesh Rana Coach. You'll be able to identify everything about me. There are 1,000+ reviews there on the Trustpilot. Google reviews are there. LinkedIn reviews are there. So you'll be able to find out. There are a lot of people come in this class with a lot of judgment and the doubt. Yeah. Your judgment and the doubt should be solved by the value that I give you in this free class. You should be able to understand that gentleman is talking a different language than everybody else. If you can't even relate to that, you are too doubtful about your own self. You're not judging me, you're first judging yourself. Okay? And there are a lot of people who actually change their life by implementing that system. This is one of the guy who has actually got 150% hike within that 90 days part. Now, how do they get it? That is not important, because for that system is given. What is important is to understand what is the implication in your life of 150%. Your old parents start getting the better health care. Your young children start getting the better education. Your spouse and you get a better lifestyle, vacation, and the houses that you are always willing to have. How many of you realize that most of us, we love to have the comfort in our life of a Mercedes, and we continue to compromise our life for the sake of our career just by working in a Maruti career? How many of you are working in a Maruti career right now? You cannot get the Mercedes by working in a Maruti career. It is not possible practically. Yeah, you have to be realistic about it. So practically, it is not possible to get the Mercedes by just working in a Maruti career. This is a metaphor. I hope you understand. The second level of challenges. How many of you have this challenge? Your referral network not working. Come on. How many of you have a boss who says that, beta, you're doing a lot of things, but you have no visibility? You are doing a lot of things, but you have no visibility. Those who are looking for the promotion, increasing the market value within the organization. So market value comprising of three things: your status, your respect, and your growth. Okay. Third element, how many of you are struggling for your impression in the market? When I say market, it is both internal and external organization. How many of you are struggling for the first impression itself? Saying that your impression is not so great. Yeah. How many of you want to solve that? Let me tell you the solution. The solution in today's world is essential part of your career now. If you're not using this, you're going to become a dinosaur very fast. Why? We are living in a digital world. We have moved from an industrial age to the digital age today, and we are moving towards the automation AI age. If you want to now grow above the average, you need to adopt the practices which is relevant in this marketplace. Every word I'm speaking has a lot of meaning if you have not yet realized. In order to become relevant in the market, you need to build your career brand, your influence. And if you're not building that, you will no longer be actually recognized in the market. And what job you will get? What the average people get. And there is a fact that the people with the influence can always tap the hidden market. The known market in front of you, that is a job portal, is only 20% of the market, whereas 80% of the market is only reserved for the people with the influence. Why? There is a secret behind it. The people with the influence will be actually invited for the job. People without the influence will be applying for the job. How many of you understand this? Just type in me in the comment box. Yeah. People with the influence will be invited for the job. People without the influence will be applying for the job. When you get the invitation of the job, you have an upper hand in the negotiation. When you knock the doors and apply for the job, you have a lower hand in the negotiation. How many of you have an aha moment? That is what you are not realizing. You feel that, okay, why do I need to show? Yeah, a lot of people call it as a propaganda and showing off and so on and so forth. That is your limiting belief, my friend. Showing your work is not show off or propaganda. Showing your work is your moral duty. Negotiation is your moral duty. And if you're not negotiating, just tell your family that you're lying all these years, that you can give the better life to them. Make sense, everyone? Just tell your family you cannot give them the better life. That is done. Rest of the belief you are telling me right now are your belief system. Okay? So how will you build your influence in the market? Let's understand. Understand. I'm not here to pamper you. I hope I can be honest with you guys. Can I be honest? Yes? Because a lot of people are looking for the pampering. Acha sir, batao ye kya hoga? Acha sir, mera thoughts ye hai to kya hoga? Come on, get out. Yeah, you are in the corporate world, mature people, adult people. What are you expecting? A spoon feeding? Then you're not growing for a reason. Correct? You need to be ready to listen to the truth. Truths are uncomfortable. Yeah? Truths are uncomfortable. Currently, you are not actually able to digest the truth. That is the problem. Yes? No? How many of you agree with that? Yeah? You're not able to digest the truth because your truth is different. Your truth is what is known to you, is your truth. But you are not ready to digest the truth. That is the challenge. Okay. So how will you build the influence? Let's understand the 3 steps. Number 1, positioning yourself in the market. This is one of the biggest mistakes that the career professionals do today, where they are not positioning themselves. Okay, today I put the quote in the LinkedIn. If you look at my LinkedIn profile and go to my post, you'll find my quote. Credibility is more important than your position or titles. Now, positioning yourself is to earn that credibility. That you can do it by understanding your niche and understanding your objective. Understanding your niche and understanding your objective. Niche is about the differentiating factor that you have in the market. Objective is how you put that differentiating factor in the market. Let me give an example. Mahesh is in the room right now. Mahesh is version 1. Before understanding the positioning, he goes in the market, represent himself like this. Hi, I'm Mahesh with the 15 years of experience, project manager with company XYZ, with the PMP certification, experience in the people management, project management, budget management, so on and so forth. Version 2 of Mahesh, after learning and understanding what is positioning from the system, which we call as a mastery system, he goes in the market and represent himself like this. Hi, I'm Mahesh, passionate about transforming the business growth in the sales and customer service processes in the banking and financial domain using my 15 years of project management experience with the PMP certification. Which version will get the premium salary, premium money, more market value? You know the answer. The question is, are you doing it? Is the question. Are you doing it? Is a real question. Now, what do I do with my positioning? You need to use your positioning on the platform which can actually respect that, which can value that, which can appreciate your value. Where will you do that? You have to use it in the LinkedIn. Why LinkedIn? 860 million people, 45 million plus jobs, 95% of the people, recruiters, organization look for the LinkedIn profile for your credibility first. Are you building your credibility there? Let me tell you, you can actually Google out and YouTube out what is LinkedIn and all this. I'm not here to teach you that. Okay. I'm here to show you how can you build your presence and create an influence on the LinkedIn. How many of you want to learn 3 steps to build your influence? Yes. That will increase your market value, not what you are doing today. Okay. Now, for 3 steps to understand, you need to understand your own market influence today. The market influence today, if your current market influence is your only boss, that means your boss is your decision maker for your career, you are living dangerously right now. How many of you are actually living dangerously? Be very honest with yourself. How many of you are living dangerously? Just type in LD so that you understand. Yeah, if you are living dangerously right now. Okay. Now, let me tell you how to increase the market influence on the LinkedIn part. Okay. Number one, you have to be active on the platform. How many of you are not active? Just type in any in the comment box. If you are not active, any in the comment box, if you are not active. Okay. Wonderful. Rest of the people say thank you to them. Why? Because they are not active, they are not in your competition. Because they are not active, they are not even in your competition. You are not even in the competition in the market because you are only relying on the 20% of the jobs available. That is why you're not getting the premium opportunity which is available. Yeah. Second strategy. Do you have relative and interactive network of your industry, domain, and function? Do you have a relative and interactive network of your industry, domain, and function? That means relative means it is related to your industry, domain, function. Interactive means you are communicating. Why? Because when you communicate, you build the relationship. When you build the relationship, you will get the referral. If you don't have any interactions and you have just the people as a number, doesn't happen. I hope you understand this. Yeah. So do you have a interactive and relative network? That is the second aspect of it. The third and the most critical influence strategy is, are you a creator on the platform or a consumer of the platform? How many of you are just a consumer? Just type in C in the comment box. If you're just a consumer people go into the LinkedIn, apply for the job, look at the post, just put it like and comment and come back. These are called consumers. Now in the real market, you don't have any control over your petrol diesel price. Similarly, in any market, the consumers don't have any right to get the premium. Premium is only reserved for the creators. How many of you realize that? And that's precisely the reason you are not building your credibility. You're not getting the premium as well. That is what we teach you. In the mastery, we teach you how to build your credibility and influence on the LinkedIn itself. But for that, you need a network. Now, how much time is required for you to build a network of around 5,000 people in your LinkedIn? Do you know that? Two years. How many of you wanted a ready-made network? In 30 days, you can get the 5,000 people. So either you build your credibility or you don't. Okay. So you need to promise me today, regardless of whether you come in my coaching or not, it doesn't matter to me. But one thing which I want to promise from each and every one of you, how many of you will start building your network from today? Just type in IP in the comment box. If you promise me that I will start building my network from today, Rakesh, regardless of whether you come in my community, doesn't matter. If you are in my community, I can promise you, you will be actually building your credibility in the market in 30 days. Yeah. But for that, you have to be in the community. Okay. So let me show you what happens in the community and why I'm saying so that it is possible in 30 days to be in that path. Okay. So let me show you. This is our internal job board. How many of you love that if people are giving you the job reference directly? Job reference directly. Look at this. People are actually sharing the job references directly. Yeah. How many of you love that if you are getting this is the quote I told you. Your credibility in the market is far more important than your title and the position. Okay. So how many of you love to actually create a network where people are supporting you and creating your influence? These are the people who support each other to build their influence. This is why community is required. This is why community is required. Then we give you an opportunity to be in the like-minded people, like operation manufacturing, all the IT people together, finance and accounting, sales, business development, marketing, HR, admin, R&D, legal, and so on and so forth. This is a priceless position that you will not get it. Yeah. Again, see, people are asking very naive question. Naive question is, okay, where is my this? Yeah. आपके office में है pharma sales people, isn't it? So naive question is because they don't want to understand again. Now, question, how many of you want to be a part of it is a question. If I give you this priceless position, how many of you want to be a part of it is a question. Okay. Now, how much it is worth to you in that case? How much it is worth to you? How much you are willing to pay in that case? Find out yourself. 5,000 people, network, the knowledge and the coaching. You will be able to understand yourself. Okay. Let me give you the third element. What to do with the position and presence when your people who are looking at your profile is not getting the attention. Why attention is required in today's economy? Attention is required in today's economy because it is the commodity, precious commodity. How many of you get distracted easily? Just type in me. Any ping, any notification comes, you get distracted immediately. That's what precisely happens with every one of us. And this is precisely the reason the focus is called the precious commodity. Precious and commodity is called the oxymoron. It is equally opposite. You need to understand this, that the people who need to look at your profile, they will be judging you as well. Like some of you are judging me as well. They will not speak to you. They will not talk to you. They will not meet you, but they'll judge you. How many of you agree with that? And all of you are representing your brand right now in the market. How your brand is being represented? By virtue of your profile. By virtue of your profile and how you package that profile. How many of you are not doing a great job? You're just doing a copy paste right now. Just type in me in the comment box. G in the comment box. That is guilty. Okay. Now, you need to understand your persona building is both science and art. The science is about the structure, template, and framework. Art is about how do you put your content in such a way, whatever is your profile, how do you put it that in a such a way so that you can grab the attention of a people within 10 seconds. If you can't get the attention in 10 seconds, your profile will go to the dustbin. How many of you agree with that? This is precisely what you are doing with your people as well. You don't give them the attention. You hire the people. You send their CVs in dustbin. Yes? No? Karmas. Yeah? Karmas. That is what it is, right? So the question, this is an education industry guy. Came to us 2 years stuck, stagnant, underpaid, undervalued, and said, I want to change. So he first identifies his differentiating factor and use it in the influence building on the LinkedIn. The moment he started it, immediately the breakthrough happened. The person who was stuck for 2 years without getting any raise, he got 120% plus 12 lakh rupees and the revenue share. How many of you love that? Just type in wow if you feel wow about it. Now, those who can't feel wow, that means those who are not inspired by somebody else's success. Do you agree that people are not ready to give you success as well because of that? Yeah? Because you can't appreciate somebody else's success. That is the reason you're not getting the success as well, isn't it? That's the reality. Yeah? Now, if you're in HR and you feel like, okay, I can figure it out myself, you can. The question is when. The question is not about figuring out. Yeah. The question is when. Okay. Question is when. This is where you need to ask yourself a question. Am I probably doing the right thing? Okay. Again, those people who have a doubt about the credentials, please go to the profile google.com, Rakesh Rana, and search. Clear? All the people who are looking for the justification of all this element. Because all these success stories are available in public. I don't need to hide it. Okay. So, principle for you, for your lifetime. Your career branding is an essential component of your career building. It is not optional. How many of you agree with that? Just type yes in the comment box if you agree with that. Your career branding is an essential component of your career building. It is no longer an optional. If you are not focusing on that, you are going to be obsolete very soon. Okay. Now, those who do the career branding, they don't need a job portal. My mentees are able to get the 9 offers, 25 lakh rupees from the LinkedIn itself. How many of you love that? Yeah. 9 offers, 25 lakh rupees. Some of you are not even earning 25 lakh rupees, and I understand. But if you don't want to probably do anything around that, it is again a choice. Yes, it is again a choice. Now, when you are becoming premium, you become a premium in the market when you earn the right to reject any offer. Yeah, you earn the right to reject any offer. Okay, that is when you become a premium. How many of you want to earn the right to reject the offer? Yeah. See, a lot of people have a lot of limiting belief. What did I say? Education sector. What did I say? HR. What did I say? nahi, these people are from the IT. अरे बाप रे, आपके limitations की तो कोई limit ही नहीं है, actually. Yeah. Just because you don't want to learn anything, you can actually find the excuse and reason that this cannot happen. So this is not the highest hike in the community. How many of you want to know the highest hike? Yes, no. Highest hike in the community. It's not 25 lakh, 30 lakh, 40 lakh, 50 lakh. It is a 7-digit to 8-digit jump. What is the 8-digit jump? 7-digit to 8-digit jump. What is the 8-digit jump? Anybody knows 8-digit jump? Thank you very much. Those who understand the 8-digit. 1 CR plus. 66 lakh rupees, the highest hike in the community. 350% is the highest hike in the percentage become a VP. And I hope you understand VP salaries are not small. Yeah. He is close to crore, but he couldn't get that crore, but he got a 350% hike in the salary. Okay. So if you are earning 10 lakh rupees, your salary becomes 45 lakh rupees, then you get a 350% hike. Is it good if you get a 350% hike? Yeah. How many of you are not believer that you can get even 50%? Forget about 350. How many of you are a non-believer? Just type in NB in the comment box. Let me understand. Okay, wonderful. Thank you for being honest. Yeah. Do you agree? Just because you don't know, it doesn't mean that it is not possible. Can I say that? Yeah. Just because you are ignorant in your career, it doesn't mean it is not possible. Just because you are casual about your career doesn't mean it is not possible. Can I also say that it is because you don't know your value and you don't know how to sell yourself in the market. So you end up underselling yourself. How many of you are underselling? Just type in G for guilty. You are underselling yourself. And most of the people are actually undersellers. And they don't realize. Then they come and say, oh, I want a job, I want a promotion, I want this. Beta, first learn to sell yourself. Yeah. Learn to sell yourself. You want a job and a promotion, that's not your problem. Your problem is that you don't know how to sell yourself. How many of you realize? And if you don't solve the root problem, next job also you will remain underpaid. How is it? Yes or no? Next job also you will remain underpaid only. You can say I got a job for the sake of getting a job, but you are getting into the another underpaid job. One underpaid to another underpaid job. It's a wonderful news unless you change it. Second, not getting the credit for your performance. How many of you are like this? You're not getting the credit for your performance. You're working hard day in, day out. Nobody bothers about you. Chakiya. Are karte kya ho tum? That's the question. Karte kya ho? Okay. Third, you're always under the pressure, fear, procrastination. How many of you are like this? Yeah. And next time karenge. Next time. Okay, let's understand. One of the most critical skill that you need to develop for lifetime. How many of you realize all the skills which I showed you, the 3 secret strategy that I showed you, are the lifetime skills that will permanently increase your market value? That will permanently increase your market value. Yeah. It will not just be just like, okay, our job mil gaya, so it will probably work on that, and next job it will not work. It will permanently increase your market value. It cannot be, these are the universal strategies which I'm giving you, which can change the trajectory of the careers. That's how my mentees are actually changing their trajectories. Okay. So driving for persuasion. This is a pharma guy. Those who are probably only listening IT. Okay. Their ears are probably not so good enough. So this is a pharma guy who was stuck for 5 years without promotion. How many of you are stuck without promotion? Hello? Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that. If you are stuck without the promotion, I'll explain you and teach you some of the most profound strategies that will help you to overcome your stagnation. Okay. One of the biggest challenge that corporate people actually face is the office politics. Can I understand how many of you left or lost the job because of office politics? Just type in LL in the comment box. If you have left or lost a job because of the office politics. Okay, either of it. It could be not both, but it could be either of it. Okay. Now, question. How many of you hate and resist the office politics? Do you all hate and resist the office politics? Yes. As a human, we don't like it. Right? Let's accept it. Okay. Now, we don't like it because we don't understand it as well. Okay. We don't understand it as well. Let me give you a definition of office politics. First, you understand that, and I'll give you the strategy to overcome everything. Office politics is nothing but a person's interpersonal ability to navigate through an organization. Office politics is nothing but a person's interpersonal ability to navigate through an organization. It is not about them, it is about you. Okay. Now, because we resist and hate, we leave the job or lost a job and start with the new organization. Do you agree? As soon as you start with the new organization, your score in the office politics is 0. How many of you agree with that? Your score in the office politics is 0. You start with the new counter, isn't it? It takes around 2 to 3 years to understand the office politics of the new organization. Some people are sharp, they can actually figure out in the 6 months as well. But it takes a long period of time to understand that. Yes. And you realize that it is same office politics as you were facing in the last organization. How many of you agree with that? All the crows are black. Everywhere there is a politics. Yeah. And the reason you need to understand is everywhere there are people, wherever there are people, there will be insecurities, fears, and everything. And whenever there are people, they will be demonstrating those behaviors, and the office politics will be same. Now, how many of you want to move to the executive level or top leadership level? Will the office politics be more at that level or less? When your pyramid is like this, there are less positions there, and you want to move there, will the office politics be more or less? 100% more. Now you want to win the war at the top of the level without fighting the battle in the middle. How many of you are just running away from the office politics, from one organization to the second, to the third, to the fourth, and so on and so forth? If running away would have actually made you capable of handling the office politics, you would have already been able to do that. How many of you are quitter? Yeah. Just type in G for guilty if you are quitter like this. Yeah. Ignoring is not a problem. Okay. You can ignore the corruption. but you are a part of the system. You are equally corrupt. Can I say that? Just because you ignore corruption doesn't mean that you are not corrupt. I hope you all understand that. Okay. So, question is this: how do I solve that? And that is the reason I truly believe that if you want to increase your market value, yeah, if you want to increase your market value, you will understand, yeah, you will understand that you need to build that skill called the persuasion. Persuasion. Yeah. I'll let you know why did I leave the corporate world as well, my friend. Okay. Don't worry. All the doubts will be clear today. Okay. Just because you are doubtful about yourself, you can always raise the doubt on others, right? Even with the good intention in a free session. Correct? So, how will you solve and beat the office politics? There is a perpetual growth system. Why perpetual growth system? The perpetual growth system is required because you cannot actually beat the office politics, or for that matter, increase your market value only once. You have to do it continuously. Can I say that? You have to do it continuously during your entire career. It is not a one-time process. It is a perpetual system. That is why you need to understand that it is your regular job to actually build your market value. And in order to do that, you need 3 steps. Number 1 is the credibility. Now, the credibility requires, how many of you are technical leaders who actually go home, office home, without understanding that where the days are passing, weeks are passing? Just type in me for that. Yeah, your ways and days are just passing like breeze. Yeah. Now, why is it happening? Because we are lost in the transaction. We are tactical leaders. In order to build your credibility, you have to be strategic. At your level of expertise, people are expecting you to behave or be expert in the strategic personality and the behavior aspect of the people around you, process around you, and the technology around you. Let me repeat for you. You need to have a strategic approach of strategic personality and behavioral aspect with respect to the people, process, and the technology around you. If you are just a tactical doer, you're just a doer. Doers don't get the reward, premium reward. Do you agree with that? How many of you are doers only? Just type in D in the comment box if you're just doers. Yeah. You are very good at what you do, but you're just a doer. Doers need to learn how to present themselves in front of the people. They need to learn the strategic presence. Second is the negotiation. Can I teach you the 3 skills which can actually help you understand how to negotiate the higher salary? Yes, no? Which help me to get 45 lakh rupees salary. Yes, okay. For those people who said that, why did I quit as well? I will be teaching you why. Second aspect, reliability. How many of you, your boss says that I was not able to promote you this year because some people were not agreeing to your promotion? The question we need to ask is, are we building our connections? And one of the biggest connections that the mid-level professionals are not building right now are their stakeholders. How many of you are not having a good stakeholder relations? Just type in me in the comment box if you are not having good stakeholder relationship. Yeah. Now the stakeholders are your success partners. Either you take it with them, take along, or they will be opposing your growth. The corporate culture, more or less, is a crab culture. What is a crab culture? In the crab culture, when the one crab is going up, the other crab will pull their legs to bring them down. How many of you realize that? And this is where you need to understand, you need to build the connections who can push you up, not pull you down. The second part of this reliability, that is your consistent performance. If performance was a criteria, everybody would have get promoted at a regular interval, yes or no? Ideally, if everybody is working hard, everybody is performing, then why the people are not getting promoted? There must be a logical question around it, isn't it? The answer to that is, it is never a matter of performance. It is always a matter of perception. Your perceived value needs to be higher than your performance value. How many of you have a bulb on moment? Just type in BO. Your perceived value has to be higher than your performance value. If your perceived value is not so high, you will never get the promotion. You're working hard, you are doing everything which is required, but your perceived value is not high. Okay. Third, this is where make or break happen. Okay. This either make your career or break your career. Make your career or break your career means your credibility and reliability are useful if you have a visibility. How many of you have poor visibility? Just type in P in the comment box if you have a poor visibility. If you have a poor visibility. Yeah. How many of your people are silent workers? Silent workers are people who are bothered about their work. They don't interfere. They don't poke the nose. Nothing. They're just bothered about their work. Office, home. They are not doing a lot of interference in anybody's life. Yeah. Now, for you, it is a gentleman kind of a situation, isn't it? That is why corporate loves the silent worker. Silent workers are the easy target for the office politics. How many of you agree with that? Silent workers are the easy target of the office politics. So you are the soft target. Very soft. Always available. Yeah? This is where the things need to be changed. How will you change? By increasing your visibility. How will you increase your visibility? By using your credibility, that your skill, knowledge, expertise in a strategic way, connecting the people, increasing your perception value in front of the targeted presence, in front of the targeted people. If you are looking for, let's say, a promotion, you need to showcase that credibility and reliability in front of the leadership that matters, who are going to make a decision. And if you're looking for a job, you need to showcase your credibility and reliability in front of the leaders who you want to get hired with. How many of you understand? Yeah. Now, let me tell you, I told you the third factor is the make or break for a reason. Make or break for a reason. The reason is that this is the only factor which will actually be a deciding factor about your destiny. There are two categories of professionals in the corporate. The one category of the professionals are crying, cribbing, justifying, and probably judging others. Okay. The second category of the professionals are taking the complete ownership of their career. They say that I need to add value to me first so that I can add you value more in the market. That will add you value add in my bank balance. So it is all in the process. First add value to me, then in the market, then in my bank balance. Now, if you are in the first category, which 95% of the professionals are, you are the biggest roadblock of your career. Do you agree with that? Because one of the biggest disease in the corporate world today is not about the lack of knowledge, experience, and the expertise. The biggest disease in the corporate world today is the I know it syndrome. I know it. Like a lot of people in this room feel that I know it. Okay. If you were knowing it, you would have done it. If you would have done it, you would have been a successful person. Unfortunately, neither you know, neither you do, neither you show, nor you are successful. Now, you can be that level as well. You become successful. Now you say, Rakesh, I'm already earning 30, 40 lakh rupees. What the hell are you talking? I'm not successful. I'm not measuring your success based on what you are getting. I'm measuring the success basis what potential do you have. Now, how many of you feel that you are underplaying right now? Be very honest with yourself, regardless of what your salary or designation are. You might be a VP also. How does it matter to me? As long as you are underplaying. Now, if you don't want to accept that fact that I'm underplaying, then it is a problem. I know it is one of the things. And that is why the professionals in the corporate today need a growth mindset. Now, a lot of people get motivated about the growth mindset. Oh, I have a growth mindset. Do you know what is the real proof of the growth mindset? The real proof of growth mindset is how much you are willing to actually put in your time, effort, energy, and self-investment in increasing your value. That is a growth mindset. How many of you agree with that? How much you are willing to put in your time, effort, energy, and the self-investment is the real indication that you have a growth mindset. Rest all are myth. Rest all the funda that you give are myth. Oh, I am learning, I am doing this, that. Come on, come out of all this. Okay. Now, how about getting 2 promotion in the 15 months instead of waiting for 5 years? 5 years is 60 months. 60 months of stagnation, 2 promotion in 15 months. How many of you feel wow? Yes, no? He started without any reporting to him. He was not even a manager. Now he is a general manager. That's the thing. Yeah. That's the change that you get. That's the change you get. Provided you are working on yourself. Provided you are working on yourself. Okay. Now, if you actually work on your CRV strategy, you can deal with any office politics. And that's what my mentees are doing. They are getting the visibility to the level that they need it. They are getting the visibility to the level that they need it. Doesn't matter which position you are a part of. Today, C has become an AVP with a 14 lakh rupees salary hike. C has become an AVP with a 14 lakh rupees salary hike. Now, the question, how do I get promoted? So let me give you an equation that can help you in your entire lifetime. Promotion is a function of your performance plus visibility plus influence to the potential opportunity. Promotion is a function of your performance plus visibility plus influence to the potential opportunity. Your performance plays 10% of the part. Rest of the part is visibility and influence. Now, if you're not building that, that is why you're remaining underpaid right now. And in order to build that, you need to be in a part of community who can actually increase your net worth. You can actually increase your net worth. Otherwise, you remain in this situation. How many of you are in this situation? Overwork and underpaid? Just because you don't know your worth and you're not selling yourself as well. Can I say that? You are overworked and underpaid because you don't know your worth and you're not even selling yourself better. Because when it comes to the salary negotiation, do you agree with that HR is a better negotiator than you? How many of you agree with that? HR is a better negotiator than you. They can actually negotiate and tell you that you've got the best deal in the industry, domain, and function. You join that organization and find yourself underpaid. How many of you have found that? Just put in smiley if you have got that. Yeah. Unfortunately, the most of the professionals spend around 15 minutes negotiation time. Yeah. 15 minutes negotiation time and decide for the next 3 to 5 years, make a decision about their career. Yeah. And they realize that So many people are claiming that I know the calculation. Calculation doesn't work, my friend. Okay. If your colleague is being paid higher than you with the same level of experience, knowledge, and skill, you will take 8 long years to bridge the gap. How many of you agree with that? If your colleague is being paid higher than you with the same level of experience, knowledge, and position, you will take around 8 years. Now, either you can break that cycle or you can be in that cycle. So can I tell you, yeah? Can I tell you 3 parts that has helped me to reach to that negotiation level? So let me give you an example only so that you understand. When I was going for my last interview, assistant vice president, I asked these 3 things, which has helped me to probably negotiate at a very high salary. Okay. The first thing I ask is, what is the budget for that position? Because if that position is not in my budget, I don't want to apply for that. Second, I ask is, who is my man? Who is the decision maker? Why? Because the decision maker has a money, authority, and need. If you don't know your decision maker, you are just playing a blind game. So they told me that your decision maker is a VP in the UK, who was a lady. So when I got an opportunity to get interviewed by her, I put my best foot forward to impress and influence her with my knowledge, skill, experience, and talent that I had. She was so much convinced that for this location with your expertise, you are the right person that we have found after so much wait. So she took me to her bosses, that is MDs in US. I got it clear. And she told me this is a matrix organization. The matrix organization have 2 bosses. So you have a dual reporting. Your admin boss sits in Delhi, who is a VP. Please go and meet him. So I went to meet my VP in Delhi. He was a busy guy. He came in an interview after long hours. He took my interview for 15 minutes and gave this signal. What is the importance of man? If you have actually impressed the man, your man can save you and grow you in any organization. How many of you agree with that? My man actually put her foot forward. I ended up negotiating 9 lakh rupees hike on my 30 lakh rupees salary. That was only a fixed component. Over and above, I got 4.5 lakh rupees as a variable. How many of you feel wow? After that, HR has kind of told me that, Rakesh, stop now. Okay. And I asked HR, give me the joining bonus that I need to join this organization. I ended up getting 2 lakh rupees more. I moved from 30 lakh rupees to 45 lakh rupees salary. How many of you feel wow? Yeah. Now, how many of you are ready to invest in yourself less than 20,000 rupees if I guarantee you that you can get 2 lakh rupees minimum return? That is 10 times. Let me understand. Let me see your intention. Because some people are just bol bachan. They can put a lot of comments, response, and when it comes to the investment on themselves, they run away. I've seen a lot of people like that. So let me see who are committed. Who are committed in this room? Okay. So let me give you this aspect. Okay. Why am I saying so? I'm teaching you right now the formula of getting the 100% hike. Yes or no? That is, how can I actually increase your market value by 3x? And I'm guaranteeing you the 2 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees is a 10% increase on a 20 lakh rupees salary. Do you agree with that? Then I can show you much bigger than that. Yes, no? The reason for me to claim that is very simple. The reason for me to claim that is because I come with a pedigree of negotiation. I am one among the coaches who has got the hands-on experience on the negotiation for 18 long years. Do you agree that my negotiation skill would be better than any HR as well? 18 years I've been negotiating. Yeah. So I give negotiation is a science and the art. It is a psychology. Once you understand the psychology behind the negotiation, you will be able to negotiate at any given moment in your lifetime. This is a life skill which I teach to my mentees in this system. Now, this science and psychology, I have perfected so much that I have created a framework around it. And that framework is available to you when you join. By using that framework, people are getting 100% plus. And not one offer, second offer, third offer, fourth offer, and so on and so forth. Now, let me tell you, how many of you will be mind blown? Yeah. How many of you will be mind blown if I tell you that I negotiated from 30 lakh to 45 lakh rupees, okay, without having a single job? And that was a reality. Only 2 months in my lifetime, June, July 2018, I didn't have any job in my hand when I negotiated this salary from 30 lakh rupees to 45 lakh rupees. Okay, 45 lakh rupees. And the reason is very simple. Okay, I use the 3 things which you can use as well. Okay, first, knowing your market worth. Always and always know your market worth. If you don't know your market worth, you are always going to end up underselling, and your HR will always exploit that situation. How many of you agree with that? Yes? How many of you agree with that? Second, always use the strategic negotiation principle rather than the sabziwala negotiation. How many of you are doing the sabziwala negotiation? Just type in G for guilty. Sabziwala negotiation is very easy. Come on, every Tom, Dick, and Harry can do it. That's not a big deal. You got luck by chance is fine. Yeah. Even if you know the calculation, and even if person who is saying that, okay, it is a best persuasion skill to join the program, nobody is forcing you to join the program, my friend. Why don't you leave itself so that you can save yourself from joining? Yeah. Third, and the most crucial principle of the negotiation, always know your self-respect number. What is a self-respect number? Below which you will never ever negotiate. You will just say, thank you very much, I don't want to join because I believe I am worth more. Now, the problem in the mid-level is they don't have a clarity, so they apply everywhere. They don't have any differentiation factor during this process. They have never built their influence, so they can be valued more. So they ended up having 1 or 2 negotiation opportunity, and they never want to lose it. So they compromise their career, compromise their life for the sake of the career. How many of you realize that? Your career is a strategic pursuit of the lifestyle that you want to have. Your career is a strategic pursuit of the lifestyle that you want to have. Now, either you want to have it or not is a decision. You want to have it or not is a decision. It's not something you can actually get it. Make sense? So this is what you need to ask yourself. Okay. Now, by using those principles, you can actually get the result, what the mentees are getting as well. Please note, all these results are because of the actions they have taken. It is not just by learning this. Learning doesn't give you anything. Okay. This is a gentleman who moved from the 7-digit to 8-digit salary, 1 crore plus. Okay. This is the guy from the marine background. In the marine, there are very less opportunities available anyway because the industry is very small. This guy actually created 3 offers for himself, 76, 72, 64. This guy is from the bottom left corner, is a banking and financial domain guy, created 106% AVP position. This guy had lost the job, so he joined the mastery. And within 1 month, he created 6 offers with 55% high. This guy actually got promoted despite a bad performance in the COVID just by using the CRV strategy. How many of you are inspired? Yes, no, can I get some idea, guys? How many of you feel wow? Now, the first step of negotiation or probably increasing your market value is all about knowing your worth. So can we do an exercise where you can know your worth? Yes, no. This guy transitioned his career from one domain to another domain with the 3 offers. With the 3 offers. Okay. So let's understand how can you actually understand your worth. So I'll share with you a poll to understand your experience level. Can I understand what is your total years of experience right now? Come on, everyone, those who want to know your worth. Okay, only half of the people have taken it. 5 seconds, I'm closing this poll right now. All right. 87% of you right now in the room are more than 10 years of experience. Now you need to ask yourself some critical questions, and I'm going to ask you to put your salary in a notebook with a big digit. Okay. Please put your salary in the notebook so that you can actually do this exercise. All right. Now, the question, a simple question. With the level of experience, knowledge, skill, talent, expertise, education, certificates that you have today, how many of you truly believe that you deserve more? Just type in IB in the comment box. IB. IB is I believe that, yes, I believe I deserve more. Yeah. Only if you believe that. If you don't believe, absolutely no problem. Yeah. Because if you don't believe, anyway, even God comes and coach you, you will not be able to get it, unfortunately. Right. So you need to first believe in that value first. Okay. Your worth first. The second aspect is these are the similar level of people with the same level of experience, knowledge, skill, talent, and they want to grow as well. They believe that they deserve the column number 4. But the current reality is in column number 3. These are my mentees who have actually surveyed this. Okay. The current is the column number 3. Yeah. Now, let's take an example. Okay. Let's take an example. Anil is there in the room. Okay. Anil says that I'm having a 15 years of experience with all the knowledge, skill, expertise, and I have got some certificates as well. I'm earning around 15 lakh rupees a year, but I truly deserve to have 30 lakh rupees a year. So the gap between his potential income minus his current income is around 15 lakh. Can I understand what is the difference between your potential income and your current income? Come on, everyone, put in the chat box. What is the difference between your potential income and your current income? So for Anil, it is 15 lakh, that is 30 lakh minus 15 lakh is the difference. So what is your difference? Okay, Priya is saying 10 lakhs, Neetu is saying 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 121 lakhs, is it? Or 12 lakh, I believe. Okay, you made just a typo, I believe. Yeah. 25 lakh, 15 lakh, 10 lakh. All right, come on, guys. Can you put this figure in your notebook as well? Can you put this figure in your notebook as well? And answer me some of the critical questions. Okay. How many of you believe this figure is higher than what you're paying for your school children fees right now? Just type in yes or no. This fees is higher than what you're paying for your school children fees. How many of you believe this figure is higher than what you're paying for your EMI as well? Because if gap is 15 lakh, I'm sure you're not paying any 15 lakh rupees EMI. Yeah? 15 lakh rupees, not an EMI. How many of you believe that if this is the gap I need to bridge, how many of you can actually commit yourself to invest 20,000 rupees in yourself? If this is the gap that you need to bridge in the career today, how many of you truly believe that I can actually spend some few thousand rupees on myself? Yeah. This gap is nothing but a cost of ignorance for not knowing your value and also not knowing how to achieve that value. How many of you agree with that? Yeah. This is the gap, which is an indicative of the cost of ignorance of not knowing your value and not knowing how to achieve that value. This is also a cost of ignorance because of which your competitor is getting paid higher. Can I say that? Yes or no? Yeah. Can I say that? Yeah. How many of you realize that this cost of ignorance is because I don't know my clarity, I don't have a roadmap, I don't have a differentiation influence, and I don't know how to convince people about my value. How many of you agree with that? Yes, no? Now, in the last 1 hour or so, how many of you realize there are a lot of gaps in your career? Now people will come to the prices, right? A lot of people say, I have nothing to invest and so on and so forth. You have actually ready to ignore your cost of ignorance? Absolutely. You remain underpaid. That's a choice. I told you, it is not for everybody. It's a choice. Okay. Either you remain poor, that is a decision, and you remain rich, that is a decision I will take. Okay. Now, if you have so many gaps, how many of you also realize if you go with the regret today, these gaps will anyway remain. You will remain poor tomorrow morning as well. You will remain underappreciated tomorrow as well. Yes or no? Yeah, because most of the people don't even know what is bothering them. They don't even know what is bothering them. While you have learned a lot of things right now, you have no idea what is the struggle. Some of you are struggling with the clarity, belief, and the underselling itself. How many of you are like this? You don't have a clarity, you don't have a belief in itself. Like many of you have told me that, Rakesh, I don't even deserve 50%. I'm telling you and teaching you 100% plus, you don't have even the belief of 50%. That is one aspect of it. How many of you are like this? Free lunch. Yeah. Window shopping. One webinar, another webinar. One webinar, another webinar. Let me get all the free learning. Google, YouTube. Only rely your career on the Google and YouTube. Google and YouTube are making their careers. You are not. Because you don't have a structure path. Information is not important in this world. Information is available free of cost. Still, people do not appreciate that. But structured execution is the key. How many of you agree with that? Structured execution is the key. That's why system is required. Strategies are required. You cannot have this. Yeah. Third, lack of accountability. How many of you just get into your comfort zone easily? Just type in G for guilty if you are like that. Get into your comfort zone so easily. Are kal karenge yaar, chodo yaar. Yes. Fourth, people pay the price by time and money by experimenting with their career. When you don't have a clarity, when you don't know your strategy, you actually are doing a trial and error with your career. Do you agree with that? Yes, no? And who pay the price for your experiment? Who is paying the price for your experiment? You are not paying. The same old parents who deserve the better healthcare, but they are not getting. Why? You are trying to experiment with your career because you want to figure it out yourself. The same children who deserve the better education, they're not getting. Why? I want to figure it out myself. I know it. Rakesh is selling his program. I'm not selling anything. Yeah, I'm just showing you the path. You want to walk that path or not is a choice. If you are sales allergic, that is why you are not able to sell yourself as well. How many of you agree with that? Your partner who deserve a better lifestyle, they are not getting. Okay. So how many of you want to just continue with your crawling? You're crawling. Or how many of you want to go to the highway right now with me? Let me understand. Yeah. Because if you have learned just the formal education, you will always make a living. Sustenance, survival, safety, all these are available for average people. If you are a premium, then act like a premium. Okay. So how many of you are committed to invest in yourself? If I provide you an opportunity to be with me, I'll give you a special offer, but only for the people who put the committed as a word. Let me understand how many of you have an intention right now. How many of you are committed to be a part of this community now? Let me understand. And who is this for? This is for the people who want to go to the top. This is not for the people who are just want to play a safety game, survival game. The people who are having excuses, reasons for not doing something. The people who only want to be called bechara victim. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. Come on, get out of it. Why? Because what your attitude is has brought you to here. Now, if you don't change, your life will be always like that. And I don't want your life to be like that. Okay. And the people who are coachable, those who want to surrender, those who want to actually use the system structured way. Okay. All the people who are sales allergic, you can leave. Reason is very simple, because if you are sales allergic, you feel like I'm selling you something. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just inviting you to be a part of a community, and I'm only giving you a membership of it. Yeah. I'm just inviting you to be a part of it, to become a member of this community. I'm not interested in selling you anything. Okay. Okay. It's up to you, my friend. 28th August 2024, up to you. Okay. You need to ask yourself, do you want to play the game of this, achieving less in the more time, or you want to achieve more? Do you want to increase your market value and you will give procrastination to that? Okay. Whatever I offer you, let me tell you, it will be less than your entertainment. On an average, Indians spend around 15% of their income on the entertainment leisure. And if you can't value your career more than your entertainment, I don't want you in the community. It is very simple. Because you are not worth it anyway. Make sense? You're not worth it. People using the Netflix Prime, your mobile shopping, and all this are actually using the entertainment more and the less on the career. And they complain, cry, crib about the corporate world, office politics, bosses, colleague, managers, because they don't want to invest in themselves first. Okay. Action taker. Are you an action taker? Yes, no? So this is the path you have. As I mentioned, for your 3x market value, you need to start a journey. That journey starts with the foundation. Okay. That journey starts with the foundation. And after that foundation, you can take the next level of journey. I'm not judging here. I may be wrong in judging you. Probably you are feeling it is judgment. You might be having a very genuine problem. Let me tell you this thing. Okay. When I was laid off, I invested 1.2 lakh rupees. Do you know why? Not because I want to get out of the layoff, but I only realized one thing. If I don't do that, I will be in that same situation. That is the only thing. Rest, I leave it to you to judge. Okay. Second is about creating your leadership influence. Now, these two journeys are optional for you. Okay. If you want to go to that journey, absolutely your choice. But foundation is something which is mandatory, which I believe that can give you a faster result by doing and sorting out your foundation. Now, if you say that, yes, I want to go with the influence and the foundation, that option will be available once you are in the community. So you will be getting a silver level membership. Welcome to the Growth Lifestyle Hub, and I'll explain you in the next 5 minutes what that membership contains. Okay, everything which I explain you will be a part of the membership itself. So you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to spend extra amount for anything. It will be considered to be a part of the membership. Okay, the first thing first, okay, the career acceleration. This is what is the mastery system that will be given to you. That is consisting of differentiating yourself through the clarity, creating your influence, and using the persuasion skill to get your market value to the next level. And that is what you're going to get first by solving all your problem challenges and the confusions that you have in a live call with me every Friday, 8 p.m. If you miss it, you get the recording of that call as well so that you don't miss it. That is available for the next 3 months with me. That means, let me tell you, you don't have more than 1 or 3 questions. I have solved more than 2,500 questions so far. That is the written questions in the documented. Apart from that, I have a lot of questions which are solved. So there is no question that I am not aware of in your career right now. Second is the system itself. The system, because it will give you a freedom. Every one of us are busy. We want to have that implementation at my time. That is what I want to do. You will have an access to the portal as the part of the membership where you can implement everything on your own. You just need to come for a call so that you can actually get the clarification when you are stuck and you're challenged. So the system starts with giving you the career acceleration blueprint. In the first 3 hours, you will be able to build your roadmap, able to build your skill map, and also understand where do you stand in the market. Second, you will be able to create your influence. I'll be giving you a 30 days challenge where you can actually build your influence on the LinkedIn with the help of the community members. Then comes the CV. A lot of you know how to make a CV. I'm not here to teach you what to make after CV. I'm here to show you how to make it magnetic so that your market value increases. So we'll be giving you the audit tool. We'll be giving you the magnetic CV elements. We'll give you the role model profile so that you can understand that, oh, if I make the CV like this, I'll be attracting those premium opportunity for myself. Then comes your interview. Now, a lot of you say that I know what I am speaking. Yes, you know that. But I'm not here to teach you that what you need to speak in interview, how you need to speak in interview. Because most of the people, 80% of the people are judged and failed with the one statement of the interview, tell me about yourself. That's decision making. Okay. Next is about the negotiation. My 18 years of hard work is on the palette. I have given you the target value framework system based on the psychology and the strategy of the negotiation. This will help you to get the 3x opportunities and convert that opportunities as well. Then comes your vision and purpose. Most of the people are looking for that. What is the big picture that I'm missing? This is the big picture you're missing. You'll understand what is the big picture. Then the vault. You may not be a part of my community, but I have conducted more than 400 hours plus coaching, which I want to give you as an archive free of cost so that you can actually leverage each and every coaching session. Whatever is your problem, you will be able to identify and solve it. Then comes your templates. A lot of people struggle and go here and there for a lot of different things. I want to make sure that when you come to the community, you are equipped with everything, right? From your clarity tools to the strategy tools, to the negotiation, to the templates. So you don't need to search anything. Then comes my priceless position, my community. 65 industry, 24 business functions. And this priceless position will be your when you become a part of it. How many of you feel it is worth investing in yourself now? You're not going to this. So all total is what 2,10,000. You're not going to pay 2,10,000. Yeah. Can you help me understand? What did I say, Shashwat? I'm telling the same thing. First, you build your foundation, then you go to the top. Clarity is the first foundation. Approach is the first foundation. Rest of the things will be lying on that. I hope you understand. Yeah. Okay. Are you looking for the result or you're looking for one-to-one? Result or one-to-one? Because a lot of people have a myth. Yeah. Myth is, okay, if I get a one-to-one, then only I get the result. I'm giving you the result without having a one-to-one. If you want to have a one-to-one, I charge 15,000 rupees. You can actually avail it just for 30 minutes. I'm not stopping anybody. But so far in my community, nobody needed it. Why? Because they are getting everything without that. Are you okay with that? Yes, no? Are you okay with the result is the question. How many of you are ready? Let me understand. How many of you are ready? Just type in ready in the comment box. Type in ready in the comment box. That's a myth you carry, my friend. If that was the case, all my mentees would have been stuck, isn't it? That's not the case. Yeah, that's not the case. Okay, rest of the people who are not ready, you may leave the call because it is not for you. Don't be a spectator for somebody else's growth. Let me repeat for you. Don't be a spectator for somebody else's growth. Take charge of your career. Otherwise, somebody will play with your career. Okay? If you're just a mute spectator, that's why corporate leverage you and exploit you. Because you are not ready to take control of your own career. Okay? So don't be there for the price. Either be ready or you just say, okay, Tata, bye-bye. I learned the free things. I will actually do it, everything myself. Please do it. Okay, with all the pleasure, with all the gratitude for your time that you have invested in here. Okay. All right. So for all the people, rest of the people who have said ready, yeah, I will be giving you the special offer. How many of you are ready for the special offer? Come on, everyone. Let me understand. Let me give you the special offer, and somebody who wanted to actually understand why did I leave the job. This is why I leave the job. This is why I left my job. How many of you agree with that? That deserving leaders are not getting the deserving pay right now, just because they do not have the right guidance, knowledge, skill, strategy. Do you agree with that? Yeah. And this is what I want to change. Because I am a victim of that system as well. I told you I was a corporate orphan. Corporate orphan are the people who don't have a godfather. I didn't have any godfather in my corporate world. I paid a very heavy price for that. In 2017, I was given a project. A project was given with an intention that this project will fail and this guy will be out. 2018, that project failed. My client came and said bye-bye. My management said that, boss, you were handling a team, you lost the project, I don't have a place for you. So bye-bye. 17 years experience, 6 years in that organization, I got a layoff notice. As a business leader, I know why the layoff happened. I don't have anybody to blame, to be very honest. The question we need to ask is, when I came home, I revealed to my wife asked me this question. What will we do with our children? I have 2 sons. My youngest son at that point of time was 1 month old at the time of layoff. June, July 2018, I'm talking. Okay. And I was paying a debt of 70 lakh rupees and 6 people to feed. That means I had no income. You know, biggest pain in the career? The biggest pain is not about searching a job or a promotion. The biggest pain in the career is when your loved ones suffer for your decisions in the career. How many of you agree with that? I saw them suffering for 2 months. And that's when I realized I would never bring those people here. That means I will never bring my family in this position, and I will help other families as well. Because if I have learned that system and understanding, let me probably give that knowledge to everyone. And that's what I've been doing for the last 4 years. There are more than 8,000 people in the community right now who are from the 8 different countries around the world, and they are learning the same system that you are going to learn. And why am I able to do it at this price? Just because of this mission. Otherwise, whatever I charge, you will not be able to afford. And that's the reality. So if you realize that you want to actually increase your market value to that level, and you want to be a part of this community where everyone is pulling out each other, that is what I want to create in the society. A leader with the humanity. And if you resonate with that, you be a part of it. Next 15 minutes only, I'll be able to give this offer. After 15 minutes, you can be a part of the community. I'll give you, but with the original price, that is 1,997. So for the next 15 minutes, let me also promise you that I'll not leave your hand. I will continue to answer your questions till the time you are not tired. So you will not get 90 days, 6 months with me. And I always believe that if you want to build a relationship, always build it with the long-term horizon. How many of you are ready to build a relationship with a coach or a mentor, and you get a lifelong kind of a journey? How many of you are like this? Yes. And that is what I believe in. So you will be getting an access to the system, not for 90 days or 180 days. Those people who put I am in, regardless of prices, I want to serve them and give the access to the system, not for 90 days, 180 days, for the entire next 10 years of your journey. How many of you are in? Let me understand. How many of you are in? First, you have to be in for the special prize, my friend. If you have run out of the patience, you have lost it already. Those who are putting in, my team will be noting down, they will be getting that access. Those who are not putting in, they will not be getting that access. It is very simple. We want to keep it very simple for people, okay? You're not going to spend 1,997 for the next 15 minutes. Your price to get into the silver level membership and be a part of this India's largest community is only 6,999 plus GST. My team is putting the link in front of you. Go and grab the opportunity right away. Go and grab the opportunity right away. The link is in front of you. Your 15 minutes starts now. After 15 minutes, I'll be happily taking you on my community as well again, but not with this price. So let me tell you the names for the people who have put in, okay, who are eligible for this offer. Shailesh, Jain, Anil, Amar. I see some of the names. I'm just taking some name. Neetu, Gayatri, SV, Ali, Suresh. Okay. Rest of the people are not in, I believe. Okay. So those people who are put in, your time has already started. Go and grab your opportunity. You have all the options available: credit card, debit card, NEFT, Google Pay, Paytm. All the options are available there. Once you get the 15 minutes are over, I'll be giving you a small orientation so that you understand how to go about it. Although you have already got the orientation video. Okay. If you have gone there, you would have already received some surprise and shock if you have clicked on the link. Okay. And that surprise is all the people who have put in, I only trust the people who are action takers. So the action taker, I always want to value people. And that value I give back. I will be bearing your GST for the next 15 minutes as well. So you can get this entire mentorship for the next 15 minutes in 6,999. Go grab your opportunity and make sure that you take control of your career from today onwards and you are not being played by others. Okay? You take your career in your hand. Make sense? All the people who become a part of it, you receive the email confirmation from our side immediately. In that email confirmation, there is a onboarding video. That is what will teach you a step-by-step process to get the access. A step-by-step process to get the access to the system immediately. As soon as you register for us, immediately you get that. Okay? So make sure that you are doing it and confirming here as done so that we understand that you are done. Just put in done in the comment box so that we can understand you're done. Okay? All the people, go and check your email immediately. Yeah, go and check your email immediately so that you can understand. All the other options are available. Please check. Even if you don't have a money and you want to pay through your EMI, please use your credit card to pay through EMI. Use your credit card to pay through EMI. There is an EMI option available as well. If you have a Google Pay, you can just scan the QR code and you can do it as well. Okay. So you have an opportunity to probably change your trajectory. As I mentioned, nobody can actually make you rich except your decisions. Quality of your decisions are quality of your life. Make sense? Either you be a spectator of growth for somebody else or you actually take charge. Which one are you will be known to you. Okay. All right. $14 minutes are left, guys. And after that, we'll be probably closing this offer and you will be getting the new offer, which will be not of your liking. I understand, but I have to do it. Okay. Just to respect the people who are actually taking action, because action takers are more respected rather than the people who are just thinking about it, analyzing it. Let me search for it. Let me come back for it. Okay. You can use alternate card or my team will give you the alternate link as well. Please use the alternate link. Team, please give the alternate link to Ali. Okay. Give the alternate link to Ali. Now, most of the corporate professionals are actually living in the myth. Yeah. Srinivas, you need to figure out, just try and use the credit card option, my friend. Okay. Just click on the credit card, enter your details, put in your CVV number. After that, you will get an OTP from your credit card company. Use that OTP and then you will be done. Okay. A lot of people in the corporate world are actually living in that myth. Now, I don't have a problem with those myths as long as it serves you. If it is not serving you, what is the use of the myth that you carry? How many of you agree with that? Those people who are just thinking about it, spectators, and not the action taker. If you are not an action taker for your own growth, do you really feel that the corporate world will think about you? Do you really feel that corporate world will think about you? If you yourself are hesitating for your own growth or actually running away from your own growth, do you really feel that the corporate will think about you? Is it really possible in the real world? Come on, be practical about it. You don't need to probably let me tell you that because you are already an experienced person on that. Corporates will look up to the people who are really determined to grow themselves first. And if this price is a resistance for you, let me tell you, you do not deserve any growth. Why? More than this price, you are actually wasting in your entertainment every year. Do you agree with that? and I am giving you an access of 10 years. It cost me $1,400 per year to just keep you an access. $1,400 comes to what? You don't have any idea, right? 1.25 lakh rupees. This is what it takes to give you an access. I do it for my mission. Whether you want to do it or not is a question. Okay. If your MITS can help, keep it. If your MITS doesn't help you, leave that. Okay. So can I understand how many of your WIP? WIP is still in progress. Because 8 minutes are left. After 8 minutes, you will not be able to actually get that offer. So can I understand how many of you are in process right now? Can I understand? Just type in WIP in the comment box so that we actually reserve your spot at this price. Can I understand how many of you are WIP so that I can reserve your spot? WIP meaning that you are in the process. Okay. All the people who are done, please go to your inbox. You have received an email, onboarding deck, onboarding video. You just need to follow through. Okay, I'll explain you how to follow through as well so that you can do it. After 15 minutes, I'll give you that understanding. But you have already received the email as well as, I believe, the WhatsApp messages as well. Okay. What does it mean, Anil? Okay, you have to just click on the link which is given to you, Anil. Open the link, click on the link, put your detail, okay, pay now, use the payment method, and that's it. Okay. Didn't receive the email. If you have probably not put the right email ID, you would have not received. Please check your junk spam promotion folder as well. Junk spam promotion folder. If you have done a spelling mistake also, you would have not received. But if you have not received, you have anyway got the WhatsApp message. We can see that WhatsApp message are delivered to you. Please check your WhatsApp message for the number that you put just now. Yeah, please check that WhatsApp message as well. So all the WIP, while I finish this video, you have an opportunity to grab that. If you finish it, fine. We are giving you the alternate link as well. Please check the alternate link. If your payment is failing or your registration has some issues on the current link, you can use the alternate link as well. My team is providing both the link. Let's understand what it is.
I was like literally stuck in my professional career for quite some time, not knowing how to raise my game to the next level. And that's where I happened to come across this particular module or a course called as Career Acceleration Mastery by Rakesh Rana.
Success was just to achieve monthly budget or gaining the incentives.
Brought a lot of transformative changes in the way I think and the way I act.
I have a little regret is wish this came a little earlier in my earlier stage of my career.
Those steps itself was, making the brain working in a different direction. And of course, your weekly mastermind sessions.
Guys, if you are WIP,
This came a little earlier in my.
You have to put it in WIP so that my team can consider you for this offer. If you don't want to lose the offer, because if you want to lose the offer, absolutely your choice. I don't want to push anything for you. Reason is, if you are not committed for the action, if I have to convince you for your career, then you are not worth it anyway. If I have to convince you for your own career that you don't worth anything in your career, I hope you understand. Okay. Not getting the OTP, my friend, you need to use the different methods in that case. If you want to be a part of this community, please do that.
Earlier stage of my career.
Those steps itself was, making the brain working in a different direction. And of course, your weekly mastermind sessions was also really awesome. which has given a lot of insights and aha moments completely.
This program has helped me understand the importance of skill set required at the next level. I never thought of those skill set, and I was working on the current level skill sets. Also, the importance of networking and the importance of LinkedIn in the current day-to-day life.
What I like most about this particular course was the way it is being structured, the way it is being organized. It starts right from career discovery, and it goes on into talk about your circle of influence, your circle of impact, and your circle of control, which is very true in today's context. And for a mid-career professional like me, having over 18 years of industrial experience, and it really emphasizes how important and how critical it is, the circle of influence, and that networking is so critical for us to raise the game to the next level.
The way you are presenting it, the way the kind of quality in the knowledge and the quality in the sharing your knowledge, that was really awesome. It was very very understandable in a simple manner which anybody can understand.
If you are facing any problem in your career, and if you need coaching, then this is the program specifically designed for you. You should go for this program without giving a second thought.
I strongly recommend this course, this career acceleration mastery course, to all mid-career professionals.
And whenever I have a doubt, and this is like a Bhagavad Gita or a Bible or a Quran for me, where I go back and I kind of check this out.
Now that you have learned, how many of you understood the meaning of Bhagavad Gita, Bible, and the Quran? Do you understand the meaning of it? The meaning of that is that people actually consider it as holy. And why? The reason is because it gives you the principles which can never change with the life situation. It gives you the understanding, profound understanding about your own career as well. And that is the reason. Most of the people are just addressing the symptoms. These are the symptoms. Addressing symptoms will not solve any problem in your career anyway. Okay? You will be again back to the square one. How many of you realize that you were actually getting back to the same situation again and again? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you are again back to square one. How many of you are still WIP? Because 1 minute is left, and after that, unfortunately, I will not be able to commit to you because you are not committed. Can I understand WIP people? Still struggling with the payment, OTP, network, card, and so on and so forth. Can I understand? Anyone in this room? Or is all WIP done? Okay. So I believe that there is no WIP. So now you are ready to pay 1,997 if you are not WIP. Okay. Okay. So if you are WIP, you have to put it so that you get the same offer. Otherwise, you don't get it. So there's a guy called Bapu, there's a guy called Mohammed, there's a guy called Ramesh. Are you the WIP for the sake of it, or you are just taking action is a question? Whatever you do, you know that this is your personality, isn't it? Okay. So question for the people who are spectators in this room. Are you okay to being underpaid, undervalued, and underachieved? Are you okay being called and underpaid, underachieved, and undervalued? Because most of us, we don't ask the right questions. That's why we don't make the right decisions. The right questions are this. The number that you have put in your notebook, this is my gap. This gap, I don't want to pay. This gap doesn't belong to me. Just because I want to figure it out. Can you have that commitment to yourself? Okay. Do we always want a life of experiments? You have been doing an experiment for so many years. Are you okay with the experiment so far? Yeah. Your boss is taking credit. Your salary is not growing. You're not getting the right job. Are you okay with the experiments in that case? Have you estimated the loss? 2 lakh after 3 months, 2 lakh after 3 years. There's a huge loss. That loss is around 4 lakh rupees. Are you okay to be just an average victim in the corporate world? Majority, 90%. Or you want to be in the top 10%? And the last question is the most critical one. Are you the real roadblock of your career? Are you the real roadblock of your career? How many of you realize this amount is less than of your 1 weekend trip? Do you agree with that? Your 1 weekend trip will cost you more than this amount. How many of you agree with that? Yeah. Now, if you're not even ready to actually sacrifice your 1 weekend trip for your own career, do you really feel that you deserve that? Yeah. Now, some of you might be having a question, analysis and paralysis and everything. All your questions which are not being answered, can you actually take the opportunity to get answered in the coaching session? Isn't it worth to actually get an opportunity to ask a repeated question rather than not making a decision just for your question right now? So mid-career professionals are generally called penny-wise, pound-foolish. That means they actually make a decision for the penny and they miss out on the decision of pound. How many of you understand this? How many of you understand this? This is why the mid-level professionals are stuck. This is why they suffer. This is why they get the office politics. Okay. So what you lost is around 6,999 unless you have put the WIP. If you have put the WIP, you have an opportunity to get. If you're not put it WIP, I understand that you're not interested. Okay. So first, let me probably welcome all the members who have joined just now. Can I get some noise from all the members who have joined just now? RTC, put in RTC. RTC stands for Ready to Take Charge. Let me understand. Those who have actually taken charge of your career. Okay. So let me give you a very brief about the onboarding. Okay. First and foremost, you have got the email. If you have not got the email, please write to our email ID so that you get that email one more time. Okay. One more time. So first you got the email. In that email, you got the onboarding video. This is your onboarding video. Okay. Once you go through the onboarding video, you will be understanding every step that is required for this community. Please make sure that you don't skip this step and do it exactly what is being told. Do not apply all the logic rationale that you have, that I know it. Reason, every system is a different system. So don't apply the logic. Okay. Just use everything as a dumb person. Apply each and every step which is mentioned in the onboarding video. This is our portal, hub.rakeshra.com. You have got the access, your account is already created. You just need to fill up one form and you will get the 10 years of extension as well. Okay. Now, first part is to create your password because your login ID is your email ID. First part is to create the password and join the community. This is a community link which is hidden over here. Okay. We have 3 communities, Telegram, LinkedIn, and the Facebook. Minimum, bare minimum, we want you to be available on the Telegram and LinkedIn. Telegram is where we announce everything. Email is where we announce everything. So you must be actually looking at the minimum Telegram and the email. Okay. If you're a part of any WhatsApp group, please leave that WhatsApp group once you become the member. Why? Because WhatsApp group, we don't use it right now. Okay. It disturbs people in their daytime. That is the reason we are not using it. But Telegram is something you can always leverage. Just once in a day, you have to look at the Telegram. So exit the WhatsApp group. I'll explain you how to probably look at it. Block your Friday. Put the reminder in your mobile every Friday, 8 p.m. I will be there. Regardless of whether you will be there or not. Right? So I will be there to answer your questions. So please be there to answer your questions. Support ID. Our support system is through the support email. Please make sure that you are noting down the support ID, save in your browser, your Gmail, Yahoo, Rediff, whatever it is. Please save our email ID so that you continue to receive our email ID and you actually whitelist it. Whitelisting is nothing but putting in your inbox and put it on your priority list so that you do not miss out. We do a lot of communications through email, and that's the best way because a lot of people are busy. Okay. Now let me show you how to go about this entire thing. Okay. Those who are in WIP, guys, you have a time till I finish this part. Once I finish, unfortunately, you will be actually not getting that opportunity. Okay. And if you just raise your hand as a WIP for the sake of it, you know that you are probably not true to what you say, not reliable. Okay. These are the number of students that we have right now in the community. Okay. Once you go to your account, you will find the silver membership here. Look at the silver. This is what you are calling it as a CAM silver membership. You have a weekly inner circle, that is a weekly meeting of Friday. And this is a hackathon, which you will come to know once you come on the Friday, first meeting. Okay. That is the first meeting once you come. Now, once you go into the silver membership, that is where I will be explaining you. Instead of giving you a different directions, I wanted to make sure that you get the faster result. In order to get the faster result, you need to implement the system in a sequence. And that is what I have created for you. I have created a system by days. All the modules which I told you, I have actually sequenced out in the days. So day 0, one module where you will set your vision and goal. Day 1, you will differentiate. Day 3, you will accelerate blueprint, clarity. Day 4, you will be getting your influence. Day 5, you will be getting your CV part, interview part, negotiation part, and so on and so forth. Now, day, you may or may not be able to finish everything in a day. Possible? You need to be consistent 30 minutes a day implementation. Can you confirm that, commit that 30 minutes? Yes, no? Yes. Can you commit 30 minutes for yourself? That's the only time required, but be consistent. Just don't say that I will look at it today, 2 days I will not look at it, 3 days I have a break. After that, you come back and you have to again revise the thing. So don't do that. This system is an implementation system. It is not a GAN session. So don't watch it like a YouTube. It is not a YouTube session. Every session is asking for a action. So you need to take an action. There are attachment below the statement as well. You need to probably look at that part as well. Okay. Now, how will I know that you are making a progress? Very simple. Every lesson has a comment section. Every lesson has a comment section. This is Ali, right? Dream career. I hope you have taken the decisions. Okay. Designation. So you put the comment and you will be getting this. Yeah. Killer mantra. Great session. Okay. We have a 18,000, close to 18,000 comments. Okay. All the session recording will be in your weekly inner circle, if you have understood so far. A weekly inner circle. Okay. So when you attend this session, if you missed it, you will find it in the 48 hours in the weekly inner circle module. Clear, everyone? Just typing clear if you are clear about it so far. Are you clear about it? Can I understand? Yeah. Now, rest of the people, whatever is your decision, I'm sure you are owning that decisions. That means you are telling that I am okay if somebody controls my career. And if that is the case, I wish you all the best in your career as well. Those who are in the community, I look forward to see you in the next Friday. That is at 8 p.m. sharp. Make sure that you are blocking your calendar and putting the reminder for yourself. We will be reminding you multiple times during the day on Friday on your email as well as on your Telegram group. So please be aware that you need to watch the Telegram group. Okay. You need to watch the Telegram group. So rest of the people, I think you will take some more time to analyze your situation, come back and become a spectator. How many of you are ready to make a decision if I give you 10 more minutes? Just same way how you install your WhatsApp, my friend. Figure out something you need to figure out. Yeah. How many of you are ready to make a decision? Those who have not made. Can I understand? I'll give you a leeway. A leeway is my team can be on the call and they can actually show you. If I don't get any answer, I'll be closing this call because that's where you guys are. Spectator. Doesn't work. Okay. There is no OTP required, my friend. You have to just click on the links which are given to you at the bottom. You don't need to actually register for the LinkedIn. Okay. So just click on the links which are given. Now you don't need a subscription of Linktree. You do not need any subscription of a Linktree. You just need to click on the link. All right. Thank you very much for all the members who have joined. Many, many congratulations one more time. For those people who have not joined, yeah. Narayan and everybody, those who have been a part of the membership, can I request you to have a patience of going through the onboarding video? All your questions are being answered. If you do not go through the onboarding video, no answer will come out. Because what you are looking at is the answer which is already there and you are searching for the answer right now. Okay. Please watch the onboarding video, implement a step-by-step process. You will get everything. So don't worry about it. We have already got you covered. And when I am giving you 10 years of access, I'm not running away anywhere. I hope all of you understand. Yeah. So my support team is available, provided that you take a necessary action. If you take a necessary action, you will get it. All right. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. And I look forward to see you in the community one day. Till that time, keep growing, keep working on yourself. God bless everyone.